Hello and welcome to Ambi Marie Knits. This is episode 48. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Ambi Marie Knits, definitely more active on Instagram. You can also email me at ambimarieknits@gmail.com. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can find me on Ko-Fi as well. It'll be linked below. This is a crafty channel, generally knitting, crochet, sewing, sometimes yarn dyeing. Today we have knitting and a lot of sewing. I'm sorry if you can hear that lawnmower. It's kind of far away, but I can also hear it. So I do apologize, but if I want light, I have to have the door open. Do apologize. Okay, so we're gonna start with what am I wearing? Our giveaway winner will be announced. Show you my FO, yeah, singular, just FO and knitting. And my whips, and then I'll show you what I've been sewing. So cool. Alright, what am I wearing? This is the Summer Sorrel by Wool and Pine. There we go. So color one is Fangirl Fibers, one of a kind. I think a one of a kind from Buxom Cat Knits, Hedgehog Fibers. Very fun, very interesting construction. Like you got the dip stitches, which are different, and then the reverse stockinette. It's kind of cool. So next up is going to be the giveaway winner. So I'm gonna put that right here, and it is going to show that our winner is the Creative Knitrovert. Congratulations. Please message me on Instagram or email me at ambimarieknits@gmail.com, and you are the proud winner of the chicken bag and the skein of Pretty Twisted Yarns Rooster. How much time do I want to give for you to get back to me? You're probably going to get back to me pretty fast, but we're going to say respond not by this Friday, but by the next Friday, which is, I don't know my days. So by the 26th. If you haven't responded by the morning of the 26th, then I'm going to draw somebody else. Okay, that's that. And by the way, thank you so much for all my new subscribers and everybody who's stuck with me. Really, really do appreciate you. Okay, next up, finished objects. I've been sewing a lot, so knitting has not been as much today. I've got some stuff done. So I finished this. This is a classic can cozy by Natty. Just housing my wonderful, oh, I don't know if we can do brands or not. It's fine. Zevia's okay. It's not great, but it's something. I finished that. Also have one started. I'm making a set. Mid-row because why not? Okay, little cute one. Little Japanese knot bag. Yarn is Lowlander Yarns. She no longer dyes, but she's local and I met her the other day, so that was cool. So that's that project. Next whip. This should have been an FO. Should have been an FO. But if you ever made a pattern once and then go to make it the second time and assume you know what you're doing, but you really don't, I've had so many problems with this. It's still gorgeous, still gonna be amazing, but maybe actually read your patterns. You don't have to follow them precisely, but still read them. So this is the Ranunculus. It is done in Red Door Fibers in the colorway Ruby Slippers on our Chalet base, Chalet DK, which is a 70% merino, 30% silk. It's amazing and delicious. We all know how much I love this yarn. Problems. Okay, I had some problems in the beginning with the neckline. I just cast it on the wrong needle size. I assumed I knew what I was doing. I didn't. That's fine. Then we discussed on like the length and the sleeves and stuff that Donna, that's the dyer behind Red Door Fibers. And do want to note there is more than one Red Door Fibers. This is the one in the US. She's out of Wichita, Kansas. She said short sleeves. Okay, so I'm going along in the pattern. It says for short sleeves, cast off. Instead of putting sleeve stitches on hold, you just bind off. Okay, cool, I did that. I didn't like it. Like it does that. Not crazy about it. So I sent it to Donna. I'm like, hey, what do you think? She's like, I'd like some sleeves. I'm like, I agree. Well, at this point, of course, I'm already in the middle of the body and whatnot. So decided to, had options. I thought about picking it out, just like snipping it and picking up stitches and then going. That was a little bit too much for me. So what we did, this one's done. Oh, and there's more, and this is actually the second one. I've already done this one and had to tear it out, but you can see there's the bind off there. And it looks pretty good. Like, I tried it on. It feels a little bit strange, but it's not bad. Like, once it blocks and loosens up, it'll be nice. But when I did the first one, I didn't pick up the stitches in the right spot. So this one's pretty smooth. Like, you can tell where I did it, but once I block it, that'll help a lot. But, like, I didn't pick the stitches up so where they continued properly. There was, like, a jagged spot. It was weird. So, pulled it out. I have, like, 30 minutes left on this. I have to pick up the stitches, knit, like, 10 rounds. It's done. I'll get that done today, but I wanted to record now. So, here's this one. Also, look at that tubular bind off. I'm addicted to it. Like, I don't really care for 1x1 rib all that much, but I do like the 1x1 rib because then I can do a tubular bind off, and I really, really like how that looks. So, this will be the last time you're seeing this. Sorry, but this is going to get blocked this afternoon and out in the mail. Probably not tomorrow. It's going to take a minute to block its DK. But I love it. Okay, so that's that. Next whip is an ongoing one, and it's also in a sewing FO, so we're gonna kind of multitask. Actually, we're gonna just show you it and then I'll show you the bag. But I got a row done on my jelly roll because I've got a sample slash test knit coming up soon, so I don't really want to start anything big, and I've been obsessed with sewing, but I still needed something to work on. So I grabbed my jelly roll. This is a pattern by, I'll put it below because I can't remember, and I was right here and I got all this row done, like all of this. Yarns, let's see. Well, some of this is going to be familiar because this is Bohemia from My Fiber Fest Shawl by Pretty Twisted Yarns, Retrospect from Pretty Twisted Yarns. This is, I think this is Punky Power by Pretty Twisted Yarns. Pretty sure I dyed that one. Pretty sure that's Buxom Cat Knits that's in here. I don't know. Maybe I dyed that. Not sure. I know I dyed this one. This one's cool. So this is a self-striping Broken Violet. So if you ever watch KnitTi, I'll see if I can link the video below. She has so many good beginner dyeing videos for dyeing yarn, using like food coloring and Kool-Aid. This uses the Wilton, you know, the little paste things for like icing dye, in the colorway Violet, and it breaks because the reds adhere to the yarn faster than the blues do. So I made like a giant skein of yarn, like huge, like 2 chairs in the middle of my living room, made a giant skein, and then I dip dyed it in, and it looks so good. And then that last color, pretty sure it's Pretty Twisted Yarns, maybe left over from the 2022 advent, possibly. But yeah, so I've got 5 done. I kind of weave in my ends as I go, sometimes I don't. I think this is going to be 20 strips wide, so I'm a quarter of the way done. Do want to note, I started this project January of 2022. It's been a minute. Look at the cute little ducky stitch marker. Progress keeper, whatever you want to call it. We're going to take them off though, because we'll have to start fresh with the next one. Okay, so that is all of the knitting whips. I am going to jump into acquisitions real quick, and then we're going to show you the bags I made, which I guess kind of count as acquisitions because I made them, but at the same time, yeah, it's fine. So acquisitions, my friend Tamara, which is Caffeinated Craft Mama, she does have her YouTube, you should go watch her, she's really cool. She gifted me a little bit of yarn because, well, she did a sample knit with single ply. It's her first time using single ply. What she made turned out amazing. She realized she doesn't like single ply. So I got this and this. It's all Fangirl fibers. Softest single ply I felt in this pink. Sorry about how blown out it is, but if I close the door, you won't be able to see me. So I got those. And she also gifted me this Barocco Ultra Alpaca. It's a pretty color. It's nifty. I have no idea what I'm going to make with it. but it is wool, nylon, and alpaca. Be pretty cool. That's my yarn stuff. Now for sewing. I've done a lot. Also an Etsy shop update. I haven't done that in forever. Okay, first up, bags. I think I showed you the fabric last week. I made a giant bag. So this is Tula pink fabric. Yes, those are gerbils on the fabric. How cool is that? And then the inside, actually we're gonna take the jelly roll in. I needed a bigger bag for my jelly roll because it got bigger. So this was a YouTube tutorial from So Very Easy. Link the tutorial below. It's pretty big bag. And the inside I have that, and then there's the green and gray stripes in there too. It's huge. Pretty easy bag to make. The only thing I would change on it is if I make this again, I would put a handle on it. Like, or a little, just some kind of little tab or something to grab onto. That's the only thing I feel like it's really missing. But still, very fun, very, very good YouTube tutorial. This is one of the first bags I ever made. But see, even it has a handle. It's great for holding straps. So I made that, and then that caused me to jump down even more of a rabbit hole. This was made with 4 fat quarters, which is also cool to have a project that only takes 4 fat quarters. So I made that. Well, then the same YouTuber had a tutorial for this little like basket bag, which I've already gifted, I don't have, but I will put a picture of it here. Well, I made that, and that just took 1 fat quarter, so that was really cool. It's small but useful. But when my friend saw that, and she's like, oh, you know how to make that style of bag, can you make me a big one? Because not a people like this style of bag. And by the way, if you are like Nicole and do like this style of bag, please let me know, because I can make more of them. And then she picked out her fabric, which of course is more Tula pink, and oh my goodness, y'all, trash pandas. Look at this. So bag style, it fits like this. It's got a decent base. I think I put like 10 skeins of yarn in it to see how much it holds. The inside is this really fun pink and purple polka dots. It's even got a pocket in there. You can't see that. There you go, pocket. See, it's hard to show. But yeah, so jumped down this rabbit hole. This was very fun to make. Took a lot of fabric, but it didn't take too long. So if any of y'all would be interested in having this in my Etsy shop, this style of bag at least, let me know. But this will be going out to the mail soon to her. But that caused just a downward spiral of fabric. So let's see. I am going to be having some of the raccoon stuff in the shop. I do not have it in there as yet, but there's a little zipper bag. And using every scrap of this fabric. This is mine. I got a little notions pouch. Just a little teeny tiny. Okay, so there's that. Then also made some more chicken bags for the shop. There's another drawstring bag. 2 zip bags. These are actually live in the Etsy shop right now, if you would like one. My favorite. I'm keeping one of these for myself. So, just so you guys know, look at this fabric. So this is more of the Tula pink. So the more you look at this fabric, the cooler it gets. It is not blatantly Halloween by any means, but the more you look, the cooler it is. Now this is just a small sock sack. It's gonna hold like 1 skein of yarn, black on the inside, little paracord drawstrings. But this fabric, like, I love everything about it. Although I will say these stripes definitely give me some Cheshire Cat vibes, you know, Alice in Wonderland. But yeah, so ain't it cool? Yes, I did that for a screenshot because look at this bag. It's so cool. Like, I need to start another project just so I can use this bag. But okay, so that's everything I've made this week. Like I said, a lot of sewing. The knitting's only been at work. When I'm at home, I have been sewing. Next up, we're going to do reading. I am so sorry I forgot reading last week, so I'm going to make sure I get that in this time. And then a little bit of life stuff as well. So as far as books go, I finished the Phoenix series by Mercedes Lackey. Yeah, it was okay. It's more of a finish it to say I finished it. Then Tamara, Caffeinated Craft Mama, who also reads a lot. So if you like books and yarn, go watch her. She told me about another series. The author is Heather G. Harris. I'll put a picture up here. And it's the Glimmer series. It's not been bad. It's actually been kind of interesting. It is set in the UK author. Urban fantasy, which I like. Different, but I think I needed something different outside of the normal fantasy stuff I've been reading and listening to. So I have read the prequel, Glimmer of Dragons, Glimmer of Other, Glimmer of Hope, Glimmer of Death, and then I'm reading the fourth book, Glimmer of... That's a great question, Amber. You should have wrote that down already. But good thing we have the cool little Goodreads app. And you can also, my Goodreads link below, if you ever want to actually like see exactly what I'm reading, you can find it there. Glimmer of Deception is the fourth book. So I am currently reading that. Also got from the library, well, the library app, Libby is great. Mercedes Lackey, Anything with Nothing. It's Tales of Aldemar. So it's different authors make short stories about that particular world. So that's one I just read a little bit of time on since they're short stories, but it's still nifty. Okay, that's books. Life stuff. The eclipse happened. I could have went to Totality, but I didn't. I didn't want to go where the people were, but I had a great time. I wound up, we were like at a 98% or something like that is what we got to. I messaged Tamara. I guess I'm going to name this episode All About Friends. That's cool. But I messaged Tamara to see what she was doing. She's like, I'm going to sit in my backyard and watch it. The kids will be at school doing school stuff. And I'm like, do you want company? So I went over there and we got some lawn chairs in her backyard. We had one pair of glasses to share between the two of us, but we got to knit, hang out, and watch the eclipse. So that was pretty awesome. Other than that, life has been yarn and sewing. Mostly sewing, but I'm finally slimming down. I get hyper fixated on sewing, so like a couple weeks, that's all I'll do. And then I won't touch it for 3 months. So, if you want a bag, get it while you can. That's all I got today. So, sorry, I think this one was a little bit random. I don't like to talk in straight lines, I guess. That's just fine. I do want to thank everybody for watching. I do appreciate you. Please like, comment, tell me what you're making. Tell me what you think of the bags. Tell me your, actually, no. Tell me your favorite style of bag. I don't mean I'm going to make it, but I just want to know what everybody's favorite kind of project bag is for knitting or crochet. Just to see how many prefer zips, how many prefer drawstrings, or if you like something completely different. Because that's okay too. That's it for today. Y'all have a great weekend, and thank you for watching.